Hello everyone, I'm Jenny Montgomery.
And I'm Brad Means. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Well, we begin our newscast on a sad note tonight as we report the loss of a man who brought you the news for a very long time.
Yeah, a man who paved the way for a lot of us to even be here today. That man was Jim Davis, and he left this earth just a few hours ago. He died peacefully at his home around 6:30 tonight. He was a giant in the local television business, and his passing is our big story tonight. The Jim Davis era at WJBF began less than a decade after the station started. It was 1960 when the man who would become our Walter Cronkite took the anchor chair for the first time. It was a post he would hold for 22 years. But he didn't just give you the news at night. Well, Mr. Davis was Channel 6's news director. He managed a busy newsroom of a couple dozen reporters, or about half of what we see around here today. One of his reporters was Frank Thomas, the first African American to take to the TV airwaves in this market. You may always remember Jim Davis from photographs like these, the buttoned-up, trustworthy face of nightly news. But know that he was also a dedicated husband to his dear wife Jerry, an active member of his beloved church, and a man who remained committed to his community. Just because he left TV doesn't mean he left his love of the CSRA. He stayed visible, stayed involved, because that's the kind of man he was, the kind of person we all want to be.
Hello, News Channel 6. I'm Jim Davis.
Jim Davis lived a good life, 86 years strong. But his legacy, the mark he made on and off the air, will be here for many, many more years to come. You know, George and Jenny, we were talking just a few moments ago as this news came down, which was around 10 o'clock tonight. How fitting that Jim Davis passed away at 6:30, right after the time he was so used to saying good night. What a big loss.
You know, I missed seeing him this year at the Augusta West Rotary Club Media Day because he often came to that, and he wasn't able to make it there this year. But he was always so supportive, and he always liked seeing the kids who took over at Channel 6.
He did. Gracious.
He was just so respected and revered in this area. And wherever I went, even though Jim had been retired for 30 years, people would say, "Hey, how's Jim Davis doing?"
Yeah.
Sure miss Jim Davis. So folks have never forgotten him. They haven't.
He, just when he talked to you too, he had that voice that we were also used to hearing.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't a TV voice. That was really Jim Davis.
That's how he spoke.
And also, I think it's appropriate, you know, normally when we report the death of someone, we'll take a commercial break, and we're going to continue to deliver the news of the day. That's probably pretty much how he'd want it.
That's what he would say. Onward, folks.
That's right.
So.
All right.